Assalamu alaikum. Today on Nuran Academy, we discuss the architecture of our legacy. If you benefit, please support by subscribing and sharing as a sadaqah.
This is such a powerful way to think about it, isn't it? Every single life leaves something behind in this world. So the real question for us, for you and for me, is what are we building? Are we creating barriers or are we creating pathways for people to connect? And when you really boil it down, the choice is that simple. Walls, by their very nature, are meant to separate, to divide, to keep people apart. But bridges, well, they only have one purpose: to connect, to bring people together, and to make a difficult journey possible. This is the choice we're making, often without even realizing it, in everything we do.
And that right there, that just flips the whole script on what we're taught to value. Our society, it celebrates the individual, the one who gets to the top all by themselves. It's all about the climb. But a legacy that's rooted in faith, well, that's measured totally differently. It's not about how high you go, but about how useful you were to others, about how much easier you made their path.
So this really gets to the heart of a major tension, It's these two completely different ways of looking at success. One is all about this temporary world, the dunya, and the other is timeless, based on the wisdom of the hereafter, the akhirah. I mean, just look at the difference here. Worldly success is so often a zero-sum game. For me to win, you have to lose. It's all about proving you're on top. But the wisdom of the akhirah, it turns that completely upside down. Real success is about lifting other people up, making sure they get to where they're going safely, and most of all, connecting hearts. And really, at the end of the day, this is the only standard that truly matters. Our Creator, Allah, He values connection. He values mercy and unity. That temporary feeling of winning an argument or proving you're right, it's nothing, absolutely nothing, compared to the eternal reward of preserving a relationship for His sake. Now, what's really interesting is how these incredible legacies are actually built. It's not about some single grand gesture. A bridge doesn't just appear out of nowhere. No, it's built slowly, piece by piece, from all the small, consistent choices we make every day. Think about these as the actual planks you're laying down for your bridge. That one time you chose a soft word instead of a harsh one in an argument, that's a plank. The opportunity you gave someone when everyone else had shut the door on them, that's another plank. The time you corrected someone's mistake gently, trying to teach them instead of shame them. Yep, another plank laid.
So what are these walls and bridges made of? Well, they're made from what's inside of us. Pride, that need to be right, to look better than someone else, that's the brick and mortar of every single wall. But patience, patience is different. Enduring something difficult for the sake of Allah, choosing to listen when all you want to do is talk, forgiving when you'd rather hold on to a grudge, that is the strong, solid foundation of every single bridge. So what does this actually look like in real life? Let's bring this down to earth and think about the story of a man whose entire legacy was about connection. He was a true bridge builder. You see, his whole approach was built on one guiding principle. He refused to humiliate anyone, ever. He understood something profound. You can't fix a relationship by tearing down a person. And because of that, he became the one everyone went to when things were broken. They trusted him. And his method? It was so simple but so incredibly powerful. He always listened first. He didn't jump in with his opinions. He spoke last, only after he really understood. And crucially, his goal was never to pick a winner and a loser. It was to teach both sides how to build their own bridge and find their way across the divide. And that story right there gives us the perfect definition of a real legacy. It's not about having power over people or controlling them. A true, lasting, and blessed legacy is built by empowering people, by giving them the tools, the hope, and the strength to handle their own challenges. Okay, so we've talked about these principles, we've seen an example, now the focus has to turn inward. This next part is about you, about me. It's a moment for some sincere, personal accountability. We have to ask ourselves this question and be really honest about it. In my day-to-day life, with my family, with my friends, even with that stranger I interact with online, what am I actually building? Did my words today connect or did they separate? Was I a wall builder or a bridge builder? And you can think about this on so many different levels, right? Are we building bridges between people who are arguing, between hearts that have grown cold and distant? And maybe most importantly, is the way we live our life a bridge that connects this temporary world to our real destination in the akhirah?
And maybe this is the toughest, most sobering question of all. When we're gone, when people who knew us look back on our time here, what will they say? What will be the one-line summary of our impact on them? He made things easier, or he made things harder?
So let's end by really letting this idea sink in. That image of success being the lone person standing on the mountaintop, that's just a worldly illusion. The truest, the greatest, the most beautiful legacy is being the one who helps others make the crossing too. So the best kind of success, the kind that will actually matter in the end, is this: spending a lifetime connecting hearts, repairing paths that were broken between people, and in doing so, making the journey of life just a little bit lighter, a little bit easier for everyone who comes after you.
Presented and created by Norin Studio.